everyone, I am Vaishali Gupta and today I am going to start Unit 5th, that is Applications of Artificial Intelligence. Artificial intelligence has various applications in today's society. Artificial intelligence has become an essential in today's life because it can solve complex problem in efficient way. So there are lot of areas or domains where we are using artificial intelligence. So for today's lecture, I will be discussing AI applications in healthcare domain. So in today's lecture, first we will discuss what is healthcare, what are the different technology innovations that are involved in healthcare, the role of artificial intelligence in healthcare, what are the different benefits we are getting in healthcare. Then we will see some real-time use cases of artificial intelligence in today's healthcare. And at the end, we will see what are the different growth drivers of artificial intelligence in healthcare. Healthcare. The improvement and maintenance of health is called as healthcare. It encompasses disease prevention, disease diagnosis, and disease treatment. So all together is called as healthcare. Healthcare is basically a patient care that is a complex, sensitive, and high risk activity, or you can say it's a process. It is a complex because patient comes to doctor with different symptoms, and then doctors spot the patterns and try to identify the patterns, and based on those patterns and the symptoms, doctor manage the diseases with different treatment options. So the whole process is complex because patient comes to doctor with the symptoms, and then doctors try to find out the disease treatment options. Second, the process is sensitive and high risk because doctors are dealing with human beings, and the different disease have different presentation, and sometimes that all the different diseases have the different treatment options. So there is huge variation in disease presentation and treatment options that lead to a sensitive and high risk cases. Next is technology innovation in healthcare. Actually, successful healthcare delivery requires a effective medical technology, and this medical technology is nothing, it's a combination of technology and medical. So the new generations of medical technology products are combinations of different technologies which lead to the crossing of borders between the traditional categories of medical products such as medical devices, pharmaceutical products, or human tissues. Like here we can see how these different technologies are used in healthcare technology. See, for the tissues engineering products, gene therapy, drug device combinations, smart materials, telemedicine, artificial organs, diagnostics. So they all are areas are covered by different technologies like biological sciences, nanotechnologies, cognitive sciences, information technology, material sciences. So these are the different technologies innovations which are embedded in healthcare technology, or you can say that in today's medical technologies. So medical technologies is nothing, it's a combination of different technologies and the medical. So the next is artificial intelligence in healthcare. The application of artificial intelligence in healthcare has two main branches. One is virtual branch and second is physical branch. The virtual branch of AI applications in healthcare is represented by machine learning, which is also called deep learning. Machine learning are the algorithms that improve learning through experiences, or we can say in artificial intelligence, intelligence is exhibited by the machines only. So there are three different types of machine learning algorithm that are going to be used in healthcare technology. The one is unsupervised machine learning algorithm, second is supervised machine learning algorithm, and the third is reinforcement learning algorithm. In unsupervised learning algorithm, machines are able to find patterns themselves. We no need to give them labeled data. They will automatically find the patterns themselves, and they will discover new patterns. And supervised learnings, we have the classification and predictions algorithm, which are based on the previous examples. So in supervised algorithms, we need to give them labeled data, and based on that labeled data or based on those previous examples or previous history, the machines are able to classify the new data based on the previous examples, and then they can make predictions for the new data. So new drug discovery is an example of unsupervised learning, and the heart disease predictions or diabetic disease predictions, so they are come under the supervised machine learning algorithms. The next is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is basically based on the trial and error basis, which use the sequences of rewards and punishments to form a strategy for operation in any specific problem space. So basically they are the hit and trial problems, and robotic surgery and any new drug discovery, and these are the example for the reinforcement learning. So here are the examples. Here we can see how we can use machine learning algorithms in our disease prediction. So here you can see we have used this artificial neural networks to predict the disease or to diagnose the disease. Here as an input we have given all the symptoms of the disease, all the biochemical analysis like urine samples, blood samples, and other features like patient age, patient gender, patient's habits like eating habits, smoking habits, drinking habits, and all. So these comes under the other features. So as an input we have given the symptoms, biochemical analysis, and other features to the machines, and then machine is predicting the output as in a diagnosis of the disease. So in the output also we have categorized in three categories. One is a positive, negative, and uncertain. The output, that means the patient will be positive, negative, or uncertain. So machine learning can predict the output through the symptoms. The second example, we have taken the cancer classification, because the cancer tumors are of two types. One is benign and the malignant. So based on these symptoms or based on the lesions, we can classify the cancer, means the tumor is benign and tumor is malignant. So here you can see there we have given the different patterns, and according to the patterns they can predict, the machine can predict the type of tumor, type of cancer. So these are the examples of machine learnings, how we are using machine learning algorithms in predicting different diseases. Okay, the next is the physical branch of artificial intelligence applications in healthcare. It includes physical objects, medical devices, sophisticated robots for delivery of care, or robots for surgery. So like physical objects like accelerometer to measure the stress, like medical devices, IoT devices like wearable devices like wristband and fitness band, which can track our movement and which can track our heartbeats. So these are the physical devices which comes under the physical branch. So the next is benefits of artificial intelligence. There are a number of benefits of artificial intelligence in healthcare domain. So here are some use cases of artificial intelligence in healthcare. The first is artificial intelligence in managing medical data. The AI-powered solutions help doctors to cut documentation time and improve reporting quality. AI-based robots can collect, store, reformat the medical data, which is very crucial to manage. The service acceleration, call deflection, and the churn reduction, uh, customer assistance, patient assistance, they all are process create huge amount of data that is very crucial to maintain. So AI enabled robots and AI enabled methods can easily manage those medical data. So the next is artificial intelligence in medical diagnosis. The medical imaging is the more benefited area of medical science or healthcare. In medical imaging, we are using X-rays machines, MRI machines, and PET scan machines, and these machines are AI enabled, which take less time comparatively conventional machines. Like this is a voxel morph neural network that took seconds to perform MRI analysis, and the same analysis take over 2 hours for a conventional MRI analysis program. And the next is artificial intelligence in early detection. So AI based wearable health trackers like Fitbit, Apple, Garmin, and other brands, they are giving the wearable watches. They can monitor health of an individual. They can collect the data such as heart rate, sleep, and the sleep cycle, breathing rate, activity level, blood pressure, etc., and they can easily predict the risk of a heart attack also. So these Apple use artificial intelligence to build a watch that monitors an individual's health and predicts the occurrence of a heart attacks. So the artificial intelligence can use in early detection of diseases. The next is artificial intelligence is also used in medical assistance, like virtual nursing assistant can help patients to, uh, at every corner of the world. So like natural language processing, speech recognition, wireless integration with medical devices such as blood pressure cuffs to predict assistance to patients. So these all are the benefits we are getting in the area of uh, patient care. The next is artificial intelligence in decision making. The AI based surgical robots can assist surgeons in a operation theater, and that gives an advanced sets of instruments to use in performing robotic assisted minimally invasive surgery. So when we use AI based robots to surgery, so they can easily you can say they can minimally perform invasive surgery. So they translate the surgeon's hand movements at the console in real time. They can deliver highly magnified 3D high definition views of the surgical areas. So these are the different areas, or these are the different use cases where the artificial intelligence is using. So the next is growth drivers of AI in healthcare. So there are a number of issues in traditional healthcare systems, like increased individual healthcare expenses, continuously increase in global healthcare expenditure, continuous shortage of nursing and technician staff, imbalancing between health workforce and patients. So these are the factors which lead the use of artificial intelligence in healthcare. Artificial intelligence can help doctors efficiently and effectively achieve their task with minimal human intervention, and more importantly, they can fulfill all the patient demands while the patient is sitting at home. So the artificial intelligence is helping in all the sectors of health care systems. So these are the some growth drivers of AI in healthcare. Okay, then now next is potential challenges. As we just talked about all the benefits and advantage of artificial intelligence in healthcare industry, but there is still some potential challenges that health industries are facing in deployment of artificial intelligence in their system. So the first is development cost. Actually, initially we need a high capital requirement to develop a smart healthcare system. So this is the one main challenges, that is a development cost. And the second is integration issues like there are some different issues like ethical issues, like there is a potential for increased unemployment, so like the fear of replacing humans, so it increase unemployment, and the reluctance among medical practitioners to adopt artificial intelligence, or you can say the difficulty in deployment of artificial intelligence, and some ambiguous regulatory guidelines for medical softwares. So these are the some integration issues that the health practitioners are still facing in deployment of artificial intelligence in their system. Now like the second, the data privacy and security, because the data is very important part of the system, and the all data, medical data, health data, patient related data, all their reports, their disease related data, the all documents are very important and very confidential. So the data privacy and security is also a major concern. So for that, because in AI enabled system, we are using mobile health applications, mobile devices, IoT devices, and that are prone to breach the security of the data. So and like and so there is a still there is a big concern regarding privacy and security. And then again, the lack of interoperability between AI solutions is also a, a privacy concern. Now the next is data exchange. In data exchange, there is a need for continuous training for data from clinical studies, because the data has to move from one place to another place if we are using the mobile applications and we are using the digital platforms. So there is still there is lack of some regulation and rules to provide the better data exchange. And like all the parties in the healthcare system, like the physician, the pharmaceutical companies, and the patient, have greater incentives to compile and exchange information. So we need some solid data exchange policies. Now the next is the state and federal regulations, and then again we have some rapid and iterative process of software updates commonly used to improve existing products and system. So these all are the potential challenges still the most of the healthcare industries are facing. So the next is future Indian scenario. So if we see the future of Indian smart healthcare system, there is still need of collaboration between medical and technical institutions to provide better medical technology to the patients. There is still need for government funding to the healthcare services, healthcare industries, so that they can provide more intelligent and result oriented services, and they can remove the scientific mafia or scientist mafia from the system. The next is there is still requirement of current status of medical records. So there is a need to collaborate uh, uh, to accelerate the implementation of electronic health records, and that can be done by the laboratories and clinics. The next is there is a still need there is still need to data to be captured in real time, and institution also must promote their transformation into intelligible process so that the healthcare services can be enhanced. New scientific and clinic findings should be shared through open source so that all the researchers can use and can access those information. And aggregated data must be displayed for open access by physician and scientists and made automatically available as point of care information. The next is the integration and interoperability, including ethical issues, legal issues, logistic issues are enormous. So there must be some rule and regulation to integrate all these concerns. The next is simplification, readability, and clinical utility of dataset. Each result must be questioned for its clinical applicability, and there is an aim of increasing their clinical value and decreasing health cost. So these all come under the readability and clinical utility of dataset. And the next is electronic medical and or health records. These are essential tools for personalized medicines, and they are very useful in early detection and targeted prevention. So these electronic medical or health records must be maintained by the healthcare providers. So these are the some future Indian scenario uh, uh, issues in our current healthcare industry. So these are the